Niveus Investments was spun off from HCI and listed on the JSE in September 2012. It holds investments in Vukani Gaming, KWV, HCI Bingo and Formex. Niveus has a market cap of 1.2 billion rand, trades on a pro forma price to earnings ratio of 29, but has yet to establish a dividend policy. Can you please explain that in layperson's terms?
Yeah, somewhere out of the blue, HCI, which we know is a big diversified holding group, which owns Sohosan as its principal asset and also ETV, took this lot of assets in Niveus and pushed it out. So it's got the limited payout gaming, which is slot machines and so on in cafes, but it also owns this thing, KWV. Now, KWV is no longer connected with Distel. They took that part of it and passed it on, so that's what we're talking about at HCI, not part of that. What we're talking about here is a smaller group of alcohol businesses with brands like Rodeberg, Laborie, and a bunch of other stuff. So they got some knockoff items which sound like copies of the Distel kind of brands, but it's relatively modest, and that part of the business, as far as I could understand, doesn't actually make much in the way of profits. They're also looking to do some of the same things that Distel is doing already.
Daniel, can you take that discussion a little further in terms of explaining what is going on here?
Right, sure. So, okay, so this will be more with a focus on KWV, sticking with the alcohol theme. So just coming back to what we were saying about Distel, when you look at the industry between wine, ready to drink, and spirits, Distel is mainly prevalent in wines and spirits, and they've got quite a presence in brandy, which, like I explained, is a deteriorating category.
Because I don't drink it, of course, absolutely.
Right, right. So also exports to Europe of wine have taken a big knock. I mean, we all know what's going on there. They are trying to develop brands in the ready-to-drink markets. I think their offering there is Jimmy Jagger. That requires a lot of investment in marketing, and that takes a long time, quite a long time, to become profitable. So these guys are in a space where they're trying to get their product portfolio right and invest enough in that portfolio that it actually gains traction. So I think it could be a while before you start seeing real benefits coming from that.
I've got a little anecdote for you both, having just come back from Nairobi. The hottest thing in vodka, Ciroc. Just bear that in mind if you want to impress anybody at the
Who makes
table.
that?
East African breweries.
Oh, okay. Well, look, that's another example of where this stuff goes. So, all of them will pursue and go after that kind of market. But as Daniel says, these guys are working in this space. The trouble here is that I think quite a lot of people who were HCI shareholders who liked the ETV asset and the Tsogosan asset ended up getting these Niveus shares sort of out of the blue because they were unbundled. If you were an HCI shareholder, suddenly they arrived in your portfolio. And then next time you look at your statement, you say, what is this thing? It's really not clear why they did it. I think there could be a bit of an overhang in time, people wanting just to move them on. They came on the market at like 7 Rand or something. They've drifted a little bit higher. But it's got to do, I think, with the Vukani asset is the more important one. I don't know, the KWV thing, for me, looks like a sideshow.
Hot or not, Daniel, on Niveus?
So I'll use this opportunity to just clear up a slight misunderstanding that we might have had earlier with Distel, in that it's not, when I was saying it's not about price, it's not only about price, it's about price and the business model together. The two have to justify each other. So I think, for example, with Distel, that the future benefits might justify a somewhat elevated price. With Niveus, the stock, I think you had a great opportunity to get in below 10, below 11. I think it's run reasonably hard now. The Vukani asset is the main asset in there. I think the rest of the businesses might all be loss-making. You've got Galaxy Bingo and Formex, I think. So based on the price run...
Can we get to hot or not?
Not.
Great. Hot, not hot from Daniel and for you, Paul.
It could be a gem of the future, but for now I'm also a bit confused going with not hot.